When it comes to child online safety, panic and fear-mongering are unhelpful. There are, of course, very real risks to children in virtually every online space. But fortunately, the more empowered parents are with the right information and the right cybersecurity tools, the better they can protect their children. This is especially true during the school holidays when kids of all ages may be using the internet more than usual for fun and entertainment. Now, the ESET Technical Support Specialist, Molefe, joins us now to tell us more. Lucas, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Sampiwa. Thank you for allowing us to share some information.
Now, TikTok users, first and foremost, have now surpassed 1 billion, quickly becoming the social media site of choice for tweens and teens. Although it has an age restriction, some children still, create profiles. Just how safe is the platform, and how much can it expose children to?
Look, with TikTok users, they currently have the age of 30, right, as a basic verification or limit, right? But there's no set verification mechanism used to make sure that those, like if I say I'm 13, there's a way to determine that really I am 30. So you'll end up having an 8-year-old actually creating a TikTok an account and lying and saying they are 13 years old, and yet they are not. If people can lie on Facebook about their age, that means each and every social media actual application a person can lie, and it ends up putting them at risk because they share information and someone can actually pick up that no, by the things or they're sharing the thoughts that they share on TikTok or any platform, they actually are vulnerable because you can see the kind of maturity, the things they post, and that's how you actually pick up that the safety of the child is actually not safe, So it's something that we also, as in the whole world, need to look at. But yeah, that's currently the actual big no-go zone area in terms of the age. And there's no way to say it's actually confirmed you're at this age.
Now, Lucas, there's also the risk of cyber criminals using online gaming as a platform to access data. So what can be done to protect, information from this?
Well, best advice is making sure that, first of all, the child has limited access in terms of the screen time, right?
Okay.
Now, looking at the stats, you should understand that children have more time right now spending hours online or playing games and things like that. Now, putting limitations to that, one of the limitations having a different bank or different credit card for gaming, or allowing your child that whenever they buy a game, you are the first person to verify if the game is right, because some games are actually not right. You can play a game, but within the game, you have cyber criminals playing the same game, and they intend to entice the child. Do you want to join my gaming team? And not knowing that by sharing all that information, they actually get access to their personal information. And bearing in mind that a child doesn't have a bank account, right? Especially, let's say, under 16. Now, if you as a parent add your details and you don't have precautions put in place to make sure that these, whenever there's a payment or a buying on your thing, you're not able to verify all of those things, then you'll end up having a problem because people will have access to your personal information, which is your banking details, your name, and so forth. So this is becoming it's a good thing and all in fun, but safety is more important than anything.
And pediatric societies worldwide have adopted screen time guidelines. I want us to take us through some of these guidelines. And I'm actually glad that you touched on, the issue of screen time for our children earlier on.
Yeah, look, Simpiwe, what happens is that children are curious, right? And the best guidelines that we can advise parents is to speak to their children, right?
Yes,
sit down with them, have real talks, because the internet is a real thing. It's not something that you just, it's a game. No, it's a real life event that happen. For example, with that being said, a few months ago, someone on Twitter posted something that he was robbed and all of those things, and then the robber actually had access or sent him information, right? Saying that I have your laptop, I see you were working on a particular project, and I would like to give you this project. And the guy offered to buy the laptop again, right? And he shared all of this on Twitter. Now, he listened to Twitter people saying that go and buy the laptop, and he ended up being robbed from the 5,000 with the laptop and with his phone. So
Sure.
people need to understand with parents that this is a real life thing. Communicating to the children that, look, rather be safe, just like you would be wearing your seatbelt, treating all the online or cyber online place or platform as the same. That
True.
make sure don't share certain information,
True,
right?
yeah.
And having clear expectations with your children and boundaries. But most importantly, for those ones who are naughty, who would want to steal the phone and take it, that's why you would have your parental control applications that will actually limit their time on whatever application. You'll know what they are doing. And this will basically help them to stay away from cyberbullying, because it's a big thing on any TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, media platforms. All of these social media platforms, there is somewhat a way of people getting hurt, and it's very important to teach your children staying safe online at the young age.
All right, unfortunately, we're out of time. But just briefly, of course, another glaring issue is children using parents' credit cards for gaming payments on apps. Just how easy is setting up security for payments via app stores on smartphones?
It's very easy, actually. Whether you use F&B or whatever a product you use, it's very easy to put a limitations to say, on this time, what do you spend on? Whenever you spend, especially online, it tells you and performs a verification. So with those verification, it helps you to make sure that this is actually a payment you want to do and things like that. Hence why it's very important, if you know that you're a person that likes buying things, or you want your children to use your credit card, make sure they use a credit card that has a certain limit to it. So it's very important that this exercises be done, even in this time of holidays. With anything you buy,
right,
make sure that you have limitations there. Thank you.
All right, Lucas, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate your insight on this matter. That was Lucas Molefe, the ESET Technical Consultant, speaking to us about cyber safety during the holiday season.